What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're in the garage, as you can see today, rather than the workshop. What we're going to be doing is working on the Mini. It needs the gearbox rebuilt, so we're going to be pulling that out, and I'll take you through taking the subframe off and then obviously pulling the box. And then I'll probably make a separate video of rebuilding the gearbox. So let's get to it. So first of all, what I'm going to do is pull out the battery. You just got the two 10mm and then two holding the strap in, and then take the battery box off. One of the things I've got to do is remove the bolt from the steering column UJ where it connects to the rack. It's sort of like got like a D-type head on it, so it can't spin, but then you'll have to just take the nut off and then knock it out with a pin. One of the main things to remember that a lot of people end up forgetting, and then when you drop the subframe it pulls the seal out, which is a pain in the arse to get in. So I just got that bolt removed, and you can see what I meant. Oh, it's not D-type, but it's got these flanges, so it only sort of stays in one position. So sometimes as you're undoing the nut, that will pop out slightly and then start to spin, so you've got to sort of get your hands through the wheel arch to sort of get your finger on the back of it as you undo it. Next thing I'm going to do is take off the crash bar, probably remove the aircon, remove the radiator, drain that. There's no gas in this anymore, so not really bothered about that. My crash bar was stuck on these little sort of bosses. If you can see, it's just because the piece is moved, especially this side, and the washer's overhanging. So just be careful, wary of that. To do is take off the bottom coolant hose and drain it, and then we need to go in the wheel arches, undo the sort of trim panels, trim clips, both sides, and then you should be able to pull that whole front end sort of slam panel piece off. This piece here. I might actually do it from on top. So now we're going to get in here and remove these arch liner screws. And then what you want to do is feed the sort of light harness through the plastic. Got to get underneath and undo the 4 bolts holding on the left and right bit that hold the crash bar. Now what we want to do is come and disconnect this bottom ball joint, and then take out the hub nut, and then pop the drive shafts out of the gearbox. Now I've got to take this pillow block bearing off of the two-piece drive shaft. There's 3 bolts, 2 that you can see there, sort of one up the top there. A good thing to do is the power steering sort of reservoir. If you just sort of leave it connected, you can drop it out the bottom. Just got to undo these 2 bolts or nuts, and then when we drop it down, we'll have to slowly sort of help it get through. So removing the subframe bolts, you've got the sort of trailing arm bush, one there. There's 3 at the back on each side, each plate. Same with the bush there. You've got one up the top here which you need a long extension for to get up there. Yeah, so I'm going to loosen them all off now. So now I've got the subframe off, I'm undoing the gearbox bolts and pulling out the starter motor as well. Just going to slowly undo the mount on the gearbox. I've got 2 bolts still in the gearbox bell housing. Going to drop it down a bit and then pull the bolts out and slide the gearbox out.